everybody, we're back with Rob Matias from Inspections by Rob, Landscapes Construction, and Ask Rob to Be Home Savvy. We're continuing here with our home inspection series and asking Rob questions on different aspects of the home that they look for. Today we're going to talk about radon and radon testing. Rob, can you give us a little insight about radon and what you guys test for?
Hi everybody. Radon, let's kind of dig a little bit into that. Radon is a gas that is emitted from the soil, can be found in most homes at some type of a level. It is actually depleted uranium from the soil as it depletes down. We test for radon in our home inspection business that we have. We're located in upstate New York, of course. We have the ability to test. We have certified machines that we own, and those pieces of equipment are on a yearly basis sent out to a laboratory, and they are recalibrated, they are inspected and checked to make sure that they can actually test for radon gas. Now our equipment measures alpha particles, so not to get into the real deep dive into the scientific part of radon, but one of the particles, as radon depletes from radon gas down to lead, you can find those numbers on a typical periodic table as they deplete down. So they're going to give off alpha, beta, and gamma particles into the air, and those are the things that you actually inhale as part of the carcinogen. So we're trying to prevent that exposure that you may get from having radon gas present in your house, to keep it from being inhaled by the resident or the homeowner or people that may be living there. Hopefully that kind of gives you a brief description of what radon is and why we test for it.
Okay, and where do you put you bring the test machine into the home, where do you put it, how long does it have to sit for, and what's a great level?
So radon testing, we have a standard of test areas that we're supposed to look for according to the actual standards that we test for in location. Number one, we're looking for a level of 4.0 picocuries per liter or less. That is considered a lesser exposure for what you should have in your home. Anything over that, it's recommended to be mitigated by a radon mitigation type system, which can be installed fairly easily. Typical install for us when we actually do them can range anything from 4 to 8 hours of an install. Some complex ones may take a little bit more, but that's something for a whole nother series. Now, as for the actual testing and location, the standards require that we test at the lowest occupiable level in the home. Now, occupiable level would be an area in the home that from a building or code standpoint, you would actually be able to finish those walls and those areas into an actual living space. Many inspectors will actually place the radon test into a basement area. Needing to understand that, you want to make sure that that area would actually be able to be finished and occupiable. So it's got to have plenty of headspace. It has to be able to be finished and enclosed with drywall. And again, if you're testing that area, you need to have that perspective that that area, when it does get finished, if it's not finished now, should actually be retested again, because finishes and enclosures of that home may actually change those levels for which radon is actually being emitted into the house. So hopefully that kind of answers that question for you.
Okay, and how long does the test usually take?
So radon testing is required to leave the machine active, or if you're using a canister type system, for 48 hours of exposure, so that you can have a average reading. So radon level testing is an average of those readings on the digital type equipment that we use, or if you're using the canister type system, they're having 48 hours of exposure to that charcoal, so that you can go ahead and find that depleted uranium levels in there and use that.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Rob, and thank you for joining us again. Stay tuned for more series that we're going to be having in the next couple weeks here. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ask Rob to Be Home Savvy, for more tips, tricks, and project how-tos.